Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to show you how to do section 3, number 8, 9, 10, and 11. At the top they'll have a vocab word that has to deal with health insurance at the top, and then you'll do some mathy things with that vocab word. And I'm going to walk you through how to do each of these so that way you get some free answers and you feel comfortable doing the rest by yourself. So deductible is the amount you pay for covered healthcare services like going to the doctor and stuff like that before your insurance plan starts to kick in or starts to pay. So it's kind of like having something really expensive, and when your parents are like, okay, we'll cover the rest as long as you cover like this much of it. Same thing with insurance. The deductible is the amount that you cover before they cover the rest of it. So Kaylin has a health plan with a deductible of $5,000. She hurt her spine and had to pay $2,000 out of pocket towards her deductible. She also has to go to the physical therapist twice a month. Each visit to the physical therapist costs $100, which can be applied to her deductible. A, write an equation to represent how many months until Kaylin meets her deductible. Okay, so whatever this equation is, we know that it's going to equal $5,000. That would be the amount of her deductible and the amount we're trying to calculate. So it's equal to $5,000. On this side of the equation, we need to figure out the amount she's spending in order to get to that $5,000. So she had to pay $2,000 right away. Okay. So if we were like tallying up her bill, we would have $2,000. And we would also have this physical therapist twice a month visit added on. Okay, so each visit to the physical therapist costs $100. So she's going $100 per visit, but we already know that she's going twice a month. So if we were to figure out the cost for each month, it would be $200 per month. Okay, we're going to go ahead and add that onto her bill. She's spending another $200 per month. So we'll take that time however many months she has. So that's our equation. 2,000 plus 200M equals 5,000. We're adding up that $2,000 plus the $200 per month that she spends on the physical therapist to figure out how many months it would be until she meets her deductible. All right, so for B, you're going to use this equation to figure out how many months until she meets her deductible. So you're just going to take that equation and solve for M. Until you get M equals one single number, and that's how many months it would take until she met her deductible. All right, so a copay. After you've met your deductible for your healthcare services, your insurance might be like, okay, now for every visit, like we'll cover everything else, but for each doctor visit, you pay like $20 or something like that. Sometimes the copay might just be $0, which just means that after you've met that deductible, your insurance is going to cover everything after that. So we are going to use this example. Barnett's health plan has a copay that is either $25 or 1/5 of the medical appointment, whichever is less expensive for Barnett. How much will Barnett pay for the following appointments? So what you're going to do for A, B, and C is you're going to figure out, would it be cheaper for him to pay 1/5 of the medical appointment or $25? Whichever one's cheaper is going to be your answer. All right, so we have 180. We're going to take 1/5 of that, and we'll just do the same method that we used when calculating our fractions into percents. So we're going to make this into a decimal. 1/5 equals 0.2. In other words, that would be 20%. Now we're going to take that 0.2 times 180. And when we do that, we get $36. Okay. So that's how much it'd be if he paid 1/5, if his copay was 1/5 of the medical appointment, or he could pay $25, whichever one's cheaper. It's cheaper for him to pay $25, so we're going to go ahead and just put 25. You're going to do the same thing with B and C. First, figure out what would be 1/5 of that medical expense, and would it be cheaper to pay 25 or 1/5 of the medical expense? Okay, number 15A. A premium is the amount you pay per month for health insurance. So that's just like the amount you're paying per month for your coverage. It doesn't go towards your deductible. It doesn't include copays or anything like that. That's just the amount that you pay in order to have insurance. Aliciana is choosing a new health insurance policy. She can afford to spend 20% of her monthly income on her health insurance premium. If she makes $1,500 per month, what's the maximum she can spend on her premium? So for this one, you're just going to take her monthly income, multiply it by 20%. But remember, we have to make that percentage into a decimal by moving it over 2 places to the left. And that would be your answer. All right, last one. An HSA is a health savings account where the policyholder can set aside money in a savings account that can be used for any medical expense at any time. You'd really use an HSA for something that might be covered, not be covered by your insurance plan. So like, for example, your insurance plan will cover your eye appointment, but it won't cover the cost of buying glasses. So you might use your HSA to buy those glasses. Sometimes your company puts into your HSA, but that's not super common. Elena's company contributes $50 per month into her HSA. Elena has chosen to add an additional $75 per month out of her own paycheck into her HSA. First, we're going to write an equation to determine the amount in Elena's HSA after X months. So kind of like the same that we did for 11A, we're just going to be writing an equation. Okay, so we have what we're looking for is the total in her HSA. So we'll go ahead and say equals HSA. Her company is contributing $50 per month. And in order to figure out that total, we would have to take it multiplied by months. We'll just go ahead and make X represent months. Okay, so $50 per month. She's also adding $75 per month as well. Because it's also per month, it's going to be the same variable. So we'll go ahead and write down X again. Okay, so we have this equation, but I see something that we can do to make this equation a little more simple. We have two like terms right here. Let's go ahead and add those like terms together. And we have 125. 125x equals her HSA. Okay. Now you're just going to use that equation to figure out how much she would have after 9 months. Remember, X represents months, so we're just going to replace the X with 9 because that's how many months she's saving up for. Must be having a baby or something. To figure out how much is in her HSA. If you guys have any questions with that, feel free to ask. You can always email me or call or text that Google Voice phone number. See you later, guys.